You spent good money on your Tacoma, but thieves in 2026 don't care. They'll have your brand new truck on a shipping container before you can say taco. They're stealing 4th gen and 3rd gen Tacomas in under 2 minutes using high-tech attacks. And one of our subscribers had his 2024 Tacoma stolen straight from his driveway from what appears to be a relay attack. As another subscriber pointed out, this isn't talked about enough. But today I'm showing you the one device they still can't beat and the cheaper alternatives if you don't want to spend that kind of money. But we're not stopping there. I'm going to show you how I secure my tailgate, wheels, and gear.
There's a new crime trend on Oahu targeting a specific type of truck. Viewers saw 2 Toyota Tacomas in Waipio with their wheels missing.
Someone is stealing tailgates and targeting a specific type of vehicle.
Pick up some material for work, and I came out and tailgate was gone.
After I posted my last security video, you guys gave me a ton of feedback, and it was pretty clear. The game has totally changed, so our game plan has to change too. The way they're stealing these things is getting more advanced, so our defenses have to get better. I've spent the last few weeks digging into their latest methods and all your suggestions to put together a new, layered approach to security. In this video, I'm walking you through the exact gear and the steps I'm using to make my Tacoma a thief's worst nightmare. To stop these thieves, you have to know their playbook. They're mixing high-tech digital attacks with old-school brute force. It's not always about boosting the whole truck. Sometimes they're just ripping off valuable parts or smashing in for what's inside. First, the digital stuff. The relay attack is likely what happened to that subscriber. Your key fob constantly emits a weak signal. Thieves use a relay box to pick up that signal from outside your house, boost it, and send it to a second device by your truck. Your Tacoma thinks the key is right there. The doors unlock, the engine starts, and they drive off without a sound. Then there's a CAN bus injection. Think of this as a digital skeleton key. Your truck's CAN bus is its computer network. Thieves figured out how they can get into that network through the headlight wiring. They plug in a CAN injector, which spams the truck's computer with one message: the key is here. The truck believes it, starts right up, and they're gone. And don't forget the classic OBD port attack. That little port under your dashboard is a direct line to the truck's computer. A thief can smash a window, plug a programmer into that port, and in less than a minute, either program a new key or just command the engine to start. But it's not just high tech. They're also stealing valuable parts. Tailgates are a massive target because they can be taken off in less than a minute and sell for good money on Facebook Marketplace. Even if your tailgate is locked, they can punch the lock or smash a window and use the interior release. High-end wheels and tires, they'll have your truck on blocks in minutes. For you overlanders, your rig has expensive gear. High-end recovery boards, jacks, and storage cases are easy for thieves to grab right off your rack. And of course, the simple smash and grab. A broken window is all it takes for them to get your tools, electronics, or anything else you left in the cab. Those are the tricks. But for every one of them, there's a counter move. Let's start building our security. Layer 1 is about defeating their high-tech gadgets. Let's bring out the big guns right up front. There's the Ravelco anti-theft device. This thing is legendary. It's a plug-based system that makes it physically impossible to start the truck without its unique plug. It's like a second unhackable ignition key with over 100,000 possible combinations. The only thing is, as you'll see on their website, Ravelco.com, this has to be professionally installed by one of their dealers. It's not a DIY project, and it does have a pretty serious price tag. Now let's take a look at more budget-friendly options that you can get off Amazon. To stop a relay attack, you have to make your key fob invisible. The easiest way is a simple Faraday pouch. It's a small bag that blocks all signals. When you get home, drop your keys in the pouch. A thief can't amplify a signal that isn't there. Another option is to put Toyota key fobs into sleep mode. Hold down the lock button while you press the unlock button twice. A light will flash to show it's off. Press any button to wake it up. For a more serious solution that stops both relay and CAN bus attacks, install a battery kill switch. The truck's computers need power. If you hide a switch that's cut off the battery, your truck becomes an electrical brick. No power means no signal, no communication. This fancy injector tool is useless if the truck has no power. Finally, let's deal with an OBD port. It's a huge security weak spot. The fix is a physical OBD port lock. This is a heavy-duty metal case that covers the port and requires a special key to remove it. It's a small investment that closes off one of their favorite entry points. If you're interested, I'll put in a detailed install video at the end of this video for a 4th Gen Tacoma, and put links in the description so you can get yours. Real quick, if you're getting value out of this, hit that subscribe button. The more of us who make our trucks hard targets, the better it is for the entire community. Shameless plug here. For all your Tacoma gear, mods, decals, and merch, head over to TacomaStore.com, our official store. And head over to SmokyMountainTaco.com for more videos and discount codes. Now that the digital side is handled, Layer 2 is all about physically locking down your truck and the gear bolted to it. First up, your wheels and tires. A whole set can be gone in the time it takes you to grab a coffee. The solution is a good set of wheel locks, like the ones from Megard. Each wheel gets one special lug nut that you can only remove with a specific keyed socket. It's also a visual deterrent that might tell thieves to move on. The great thing is that if you want the same key for multiple wheel locks on multiple vehicles, you can get that going on Megard.com. I have wheel locks on my 2018 Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport and my 2025 Toyota Tacoma Trailhunter. Next, the tailgate. To protect my 2025 Toyota Tacoma Trailhunter, we're using a dedicated anti-theft device, of all places, a motorcycle mod manufacturer called BobberCyle. This specific one is a precision laser cut clamp made from 11 gauge steel that wraps around the passenger side tailgate hinge. What makes it so effective is that it uses special Torx bolts that can only be removed with the included proprietary key, making it impossible for a thief with standard tools to just lift the tailgate off and walk away. It's a simple, purely mechanical fix that physically stops anyone from walking away with your tailgate, even if they manage to break the glass, start the truck, and lower your powered tailgate. And for all that expensive Overland gear, you need to lock it down. I'm using Max Trax mounting pins with their Max Locks padlocks for my recovery boards. For my high lift jack, I use an Agency 6 jack handle keeper, which also has a spot for a padlock to keep it safe. You can use this same principle for just about any gear on your rack. I use it with my Roam case. Our final layer is damage control if they get inside, plus our last ditch fail-safe. Even if a thief gets into the cab, you can make sure they leave empty-handed. For that, you need a heavy-duty steel console safe, like this one from Mooseology. And if you head over to my website, SmokyMountainTaco.com, go to the sponsors page, you'll find a 20% discount code that you can use to get yours. It bolts right into your factory center console and turns it into a vault with a combination lock. This is the perfect spot for your documents, wallet, firearms, or anything you can't afford to lose. And that brings us to the last resort. If a thief bypasses every other layer, our final move is a hidden tracker. Some trim levels will include a location finder in the Toyota app as part of the Safety Connect services, which you might get for free for a year, depending on the model. For a truly silent backup plan though, I still recommend a dedicated tracker. I have a tile tracker buried deep inside an interior panel, but an Apple AirTag works just as well. These are cheap Bluetooth trackers you can see on your phone. Now here's the most important part. You have to enable Tile's anti-theft mode. This makes the tracker invisible to the scanner apps that thieves use to find and disable these devices. It's your silent backup plan that gives police a real chance to get your truck back. So that's the playbook. It's not about one magic bullet, it's about creating layers of security to make stealing your truck a total nightmare for thieves. Layer 1 digital security. We made the key fob invisible with a Faraday pouch, added a kill switch to cut the power, and physically block the OBD port. Layer 2 physical armor. We put locks on the wheels, a lock on the tailgate hinge, and locked down all the expensive Overland gear. Layer 3, the interior and the tracker. We put in a console safe for valuables and hit a tracker as our absolute last ditch recovery plan. Look, nothing is 100% foolproof, but we're not trying to stop a movie villain. We're stopping real-world thieves looking for an easy score. By adding these layers, you make your Tacoma too difficult, too risky, and too time-consuming to be an easy target. Feeling helpless sucks. Taking action is how you take back control. Don't be an easy target. Pick the layers that works for you and lock your truck down. If this guide helped you out, share it with another Tacoma owner. I'll put links to all the gear I talked about in the description below. Stay safe, stay secure, and I'll see you in the next one. As promised, here's the detailed installs for the more complicated items we went over, like the battery kill switch and the console safe. Hope you enjoy. First up, a remote battery kill switch. Flip it off when you park, and your Tacoma won't start even if thieves hack it. This blocks relay attacks, and also CAN bus start attempt code. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So I can't lock it or unlock it. I'm not getting in. So the great thing about this, it'll prevent a CAN bus attack coming in through your headlight. And now let's turn it on. And we're in. Installation is easy. First, you want to get a trim removal tool and remove these tabs that hold the back seat down. Once you've got them off, you'll lift the back seat and you'll have access to your battery. And you want to lift up the red tab over the positive terminal. And we're going to have to get a post extender for this, for the hybrid. Just keep that in mind as you do this. And you want to remove the negative battery terminal. So you want to get a battery post extender, and then you want to get a 3/8" battery post. You're going to need the extension in order to do it on a Tacoma hybrid. Then you're going to take this off, and you're going to put it underneath the negative wire that was coming to your battery. And then you just place it right on top, and then you lock it down right here. All right, and now you place this part of the kill switch onto the negative battery post that we just extended, and then we'll tighten up. Takes 10mm. All right, you want to remove the top part of the positive terminal over here and place this red wire right down on top, and then put the nut over the top, and then lock it down. And it's 10mm. And now your Tacoma can be safely parked outside without someone trying to run off with it. But some might say, hey Smokey, what about a relay attack using that key fob for this remote battery kill switch? We got an answer for that. Well, this is a Faraday pouch. Relay attacks depend on your key signal. This blocks it. This will protect not only your key fob, but your battery kill switch remote as well. Tailgate theft is real. A reinforced lock stops quick grabs and keeps your expensive tailgate where it belongs. But we're going to be doing something different. We're not going to be using pop and lock. We're not going to be using a clamp you can get down from Home Depot. We're going to be using something from a motorcycle shop of all places, dedicated to the Toyota Tacoma 4th generation, from BobberCyle. Let's install it. Okay, this is a 10mm socket. Take the smaller screw, then take a washer Put it on the end. Place the hardware over the hinge, and then tighten up with a provided socket. Right, you can see the tailgate closes up nice, and it is protected. If someone manages to break in, your spare keys and valuables stay locked and out of reach. This is a must-have. Let me show you how I installed it. First, mount the driver's side bracket outside the truck. I actually use my tailgate as a workbench. Tighten it down with a provided tool. Next, drop in the passenger side bracket. Hand tighten the acorn nuts, then finish snugging them with a provided tool. Use the puncture tool to get your 3 screws started, then tighten them down. They give you a tiny Phillips screwdriver, but I grabbed a magnetic driver which made it way easier. Once installed, set your 4-digit combo. If you ever forget it, there are recovery instructions, but don't leave those in your truck. Keep them somewhere safe. If you like that video, be sure to hit the subscribe, like, share, and comment down below. We'll see you next time. Smoky Mountain Taco, out.